Please, if you can hear my voice and see my chart, type Y. If you can hear my voice and see my chart, please type Y. Okay, okay. We don't have time, please. Let's start. Let's start quickly. We are only three now. Let's start. Or they will join us on the way. I just want to show you guys some few tips, like how to use multiple time frame trading. Because I can see that most of you are finding difficult to trade using multiple time frames. Or in trading, especially VIX, when we're trading VIX or volatility index, you will need to understand multiple time frames, multiple time frame trading. You need to understand multiple time frame trading. Okay, let's start. Let's start. For the one who just joined us, if you can hear my voice and see my chart, please type Y. Nana Kwame, if you can hear my voice and see my chart, please type Y. If you can hear my voice and see my chart, please type Y. I'm going to give you some intro, a few tips about it. Okay. Thank God. About the multiple time frame trading. It is so easy, but if you don't understand multiple time frame trading, I bet you always be on wrong side of the market. You always be on wrong side of the market. We are going to do how to look at how to trade using multiple time frames. Multiple time. For the first one, if you are trading multiple time frames, if you are using let's say you are trading multiple time frames, you have to know how to what do you call it? How to identify I'm sorry. Okay, let's go on. Multiple time frames. For trading multiple time frames, one, you have to know how to identify how to identify market turning point. Then you have to know how to avoid. You have to know how to avoid how to avoid low quality setup. Then how to get good entry. How to get okay. These are what we are going. These are the three steps we are going to look at. We are going to look at how to identify market turning points, and then how to avoid low quality setup, and then how to get good entry. When we are trading and using multiple time frame trading, it's very important to know all this. It's very important to know all this in your market. You have to be able to identify what the how to identify the highest market turning point. Let's say let's take it one after the other. We are going to look at how to what, identify market turning point. In market, let's say you are trading, we are on, our main asset is what? VIX 75. For VIX 75, as example, let me let me change the background. Let me make it white. Okay, good. Then, okay, nice one. When we're making analysis on let's say a forex volatility index, the first one, let's say you are going to identify, you are first going to identify the high, the major turning point, the major turning point. Let me first switch to the 4 hour time frame and see something. Looking at this zone, let's see this zone. Look at this zone here. Look at this place. The support here. There's a support here. Then we have this zone here. Look at this place. You may see that this support and the resistance here, you may thinking that is on the only the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame supporting the 4 hour time frame support zone is the same when you go to. I just want to show you where the major support or where the major resistance and the support are what the major support and resistance zones. Because whenever market reach that place, you have to bear in your mind that the market is about what to reject. The market is about to reject. You may find it difficult to maybe you will see some a strong movement. You may see some a strong movement. Let's say the market is on a sell. Let me go to the 1 hour time frame or 15 minutes time frame and see something here. Let me show you something here. That turning point. Oh. Looking at this place, this is the zone. This is the area of what making an. This is the support. The area of a support from what? 4 hours time frame. This is the area of support from where? 4 hours time frame. This is area of what? A support from where? 4 hours time frame. So let's say the market has what able to reach here, and you have seen market doing like this. We are maybe or maybe this is our current price. We open our chart and we saw something like this. Definitely, you may looking for sell here. You may looking for sell here. Let's say you as soon as you can see that there is a what engulfing the biggest engulfing bar rate as what formed around this zone. You may go into sell here and see the place you are going to sell. Looking when you go to the 4 hours time frame, you see that that zone. When you go to 4 hours time frame, you may see that that place is a very dangerous for you to make the entry. This is the place you are going to sell your market. So as soon as you enter the sell market, it's going to hit. You are going to pick a loss, or you are going to reject and hit your support. What do you call it? Your stop loss. So whenever you are trading a forex market or whenever you are trading indices using the price action, you first able to identify the potential zone. That's the market turning point, especially the highest time frame. Look at this space. You see that it is not only the support from the 4 hours time frame where the market, look at where the market started rejecting. Look at where the market started reject. You see that it gets what? The waves here reject is a very strong support from where? Daily time frame. It's a very strong support from where? Daily time frame. So when you go enter position, let's say you are going to, you will see some breakout on the lower time frame around that area. So you say, oh no, the market has breakout. It has break their support on maybe 1 hour. It has break support level. Let us sell. Let's sell. So you are going to enter. You see that whenever you make entry on that zone, it is a very strong support area. So when you enter sell entry on that zone, meaning you are going to kill yourself. You are trying to what? Kill yourself on that zone because that place is a very strong support zone which are from where? Daily time frame. It's a very strong support zone where it's from what? Daily time frame. Let's go on. Right, sorry. It was someone disturbing on the telegram. Okay. So we see that we get some breakout on, let's say most of us we are using what 5 minutes and then 15 minutes for entry. We make analysis from the higher time frame to the lower time frame and making an entry. Our aim of breaking some support or the, the the resistance before making some entry on that lower time frame. Let's say we are making entry on or what do you call it on 15 minutes time frame. So we make an entry here. This is the place we try to make an entry on 15 minutes time frame. Okay, we try to make an entry. Let's say there is a support for us. Here's our current support. We may see that the market was is consolidation here. So there's our current support here, support and resistance. Maybe the market break out from here. It breaks out here. Then we try to enter. The reason why the market rejected here is what? From the highest time frame, it was consolidating around this here and it's making waves here. So maybe we break the support here. You are going to make an entry because definitely as soon as we see an entry like this, let me delete everything. Look at this place. There's our support here. Let's say we open our chart and we see only this movement. We see we saw this movement on our chart as soon as we open our chart. So we are only waiting for either breaking out or breaking out down. And we're able to break down here and look at the candlestick that has formed here. You see that there's what? Two rejection here. Definitely you are going to make and sell entry around this space and see where you are going to. As soon as maybe after this candlestick, this strong candlestick, you are going to make an entry here. You make an entry here, hoping that the market was going to fall. So as soon as you made an entry, see where the market, see how the market rejected. It's because on the highest time frame, let's say when we're using the 15 minutes time frame, the higher time frame for you is what? 1 hour time frame. Look at the place you are going to make an entry. You see that it's a very strong support zone, which is not going to help you. This is the area you have. This is the area you made the entry. This is the area you made that entry. This is the area you made the entry. So you see that it's a very strong support zone. So as soon as you made the entry, the market will reject on you, and you are going to what? Pick a loss. So when we are trading a multiple time frame, looking from the what at the higher time frame and see whether the market is what on the strong zone. Look at identify everything from the higher time. If you are trading you have to bear in your mind that always you are using on factors of the 6 factors tree. When we are trading, maybe 1 hour make your entry, then your highest time frame will be what? The daily time frame. And if the 4 hours if the 15 minutes time frame is your entry making, then definitely 1 hour will be your highest time frame to looking at. And then if 4 hours time frame is your highest time frame, then 30 minutes is what your entry point. So always be looking left and right. Do not look at only the don't look for one side of the market and making entry. No, you will make a mistake. You always pick a loss and you may ask yourself, why am I losing? No, it's because you don't have patience. Wait for the market to prove you, or wait for the market to show you the strong movement before you enter entry. Wait for the market to show you the direction before making an entry. Don't rush, don't try to chasing all the opportunities. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Maybe you just open your chart. Look at this place. You just open your chart and you see that the market is going up. That's what some of you doing always. You see that the market is going up. Look at the place you are going to buy. Let's say you saw the market in here. You open your chart, everybody is buying, buying, buying. So you may tell yourself that you also going to join the buy here. So look at the place you wanted to make an entry. You see that it's not just a zone like that. It's what it's a very a strong resistance zone. Look at it. Just look at the place. The market started rejection from where? Look at the daily time frame. It is not just a resistance level. Maybe you go to the lower time frame, you see that place, is out getting some rejection, making some resistance there. So you may think that you have to make an entry here. Let me show you something here. We having what? This is the higher low and the higher high. We have the higher low and the higher high here. So looking at this place, you may waiting for the market to pull back and test here, then you enter and you make an entry here. Put in your mind that this area is not just an resistance level from the 1 hour time frame. It's not just a resistance level. Rather, it's a strong resistance level from where? Daily time frame. It's a strong resistance level from where? Daily time frame. So definitely the rejection may be very strong. In overall direction, the market is downtrend. From the daily time frame, the market is downtrend. By looking at this page, it's ranging. The market is ranging here. Just look at here. It's just making an waves. The market is ranging here. That's why it says the support, then rejected to the rejected again, hit resistance and rejected again. It's ranging here. So if you want to make a good entry, always looking for the breakout from the highest time frame. If you want, that's the reason why some of the master traders, they don't make an entry anyhow. They can hold their position for maybe 1 week. At least they can hold their position for 1 week, all because they make an entry from the highest time frame. Because as soon as they break the highest time frame structure here, if the structure able to break out here, they are going to buy on retest around this place. If they able to break this structure here, they are going to sell around this area. And then their target price is where? This will be their target price. Here may be their target price. This will be the last target price for them. So they may be holding the position for 1 full week. They may holding the position for 1 full week. So it's a matter of making an entry on the highest time frame, like making the analysis from the highest time frame, using the smaller time frame for just an entry making. We use the smaller time frame for just an entry making. But before you make an entry on the lower time frame, you have to know where you are entering your position. You have to know where you are entering your position. Okay, good. So this is how we identify the potential zone. Please, if you understand what or I'm trying to explain here, please type Y. If you understand what I'm saying here, please type Y. Or if you have any question, you can ask. You can type on the message side, then I'll go over again. If you understand, please type Y. If you understand, please type Y. Hello. Okay, thank God. So the next one is what? Um, the next one we are what? How to avoid low quality setup. How to avoid low quality setup. How to avoid low quality setup, especially those using the small time frame. Let me go there for you. Those using the small time frame for making an entry, it's very good for you to using that. Maybe you are just want to snap some small profit, but it's very dangerous for you to making that setup. It is very dangerous for you to making that setup. Especially, let's go to the 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes time frame and see something there. Um, Let me go here. Okay. Look at this place. This is what the area of what consolidation zone. This is the consolidation zone for us. Then we are what expecting what breakout. We are expecting what breakout, either down or what up. Just look at what just happened. We having what it was at first what going down. We had the higher lower high here. Then we having lower low here. It's going down nicely. Then we having lower high, lower low, then lower high. Then the next one. You see that the market able to break out around this area. Good. Market was what consolidating around this zone, and it break down nicely for us. Definitely, you are going to make your entry around this space, right? Here will be your entry point. Good. Here will be your entry point. And your aim is that the market is what still doing that this. It's going the lower high and the lower low and the what higher lower low and the what lower high. So your aim is that you may target a certain or a certain TP. You may target a certain TP around this area, and you make an entry around this. You see that right after this candle, right after the breakout, the market rejected and test again, and you may make your entry after this pin bar. You may make your entry after what this pin bar. Then it put down collective for you. But look at where the place the market started rejected. It's because you may ask why the market rejected here. It's because this place is a very strong word support from where the highest time frame. It's a very strong support from where the highest time frame. As we all know, when the market is on the higher time frame, it's a very dangerous for you to making an entry. So maybe this was set up. You made a setup that the market was doing a lower low here. This is your setup. This is your setup. And then you are what? You are in the right channel. You're on the right channel. Good. Then here will be your entry. Going to the higher time frame, you see that it's a very dangerous for you guys making an entry around this year, this space. So as soon as you made an entry, then maybe some of you may see that because of this bullish scandal, you may read that no, if you have made entry here, it's a very dangerous for me. Then you may going to make entry after this candlestick. You may make an entry after this various candlestick. That's what some of you may did because you see that the market will continue falling. So you say, oh, it will go. Let me enter my position. So this will be your entry point. This will be your entry point. Then as soon as you enter the market, it started what rejected on you. It started rejecting on you and making some consolidation around this space. So you definitely you are going to pick a huge loss, which may what lead your account what to grow. So please and please and please, if you want to take a good entry, do not make analysis on only the lower time frame. Do not make your analysis only the lower time frame, but trying to go look at either daily, 4 hours time frame, or weekly. Even sometimes you have to go or monthly time frame and see what is what's going there. Going to the weekly time frame, when you look at the weekly time frame on the VIX 75, look at this space. Let me change to the line chart and see something there. Let me change to the line chart. Okay, let me delete everything. Just look at something here from the weekly time frame. You see that we having what uh, 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 triple top what, or we have triple top here. The reason why market able to reject it to sell, we having a triple top. The market is what in uptrend. It is in uptrend or not from the higher time frame. It is in uptrend from the highest time frame. So before you make an entry, unless because the market is what one now for this is that one this place because the place the market rejected is what a very strong support level from what the weekly time frame. It's a very strong support from what a weekly time frame. So if you want to make an entry, let's try to wait for the market. Maybe you want to sell. When the market able to break up around this area and retest again and started going down, then here will be your entry point. Here will be your entry point. When we're able to make an entry around this area, I bet you can either target this area for your TP because definitely now the market has rejected because whenever let me tell you something, whenever the market wanted to change direction, this what was happening. Market always in what in trade forming, market always in this area. It's first maybe it is in the uptrend. This what how the market always move. It's either in what uptrend, downtrend, or consolidation or ranging. Let's say ranging. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm counting some network problem. What I mean is that market is always either uptrend. Market is either what uptrend. please, let's end here and then can we settle another one right now? If you want us to settle another webinar, please type one. If you want us to settle another one, please type one. I think the time is up. So if you want us to settle another one right now, please type one. Please type one if you want us to settle another one. Okay, okay. So let's end here and settle another right now. Let's end here. I will send a video on the page so that you may go through again. I will send the video again. Let's try to settle another one. Okay. May God bless you all. Thank you.